He cursed the Jews not just in the screeds he wrote in 1543. Hey, if you go into Luther's works, you can go online and just you could. I had to buy these books because I had through Luther in the old days. I know it's hard for the young folks to believe this, but in the old days, if you wanted to read Luther, you actually had to buy the book. I have in my library 55 volumes of Luther. 55 volumes. You should see what Luther said about the Jews throughout his life. Throughout his life, in commentaries like the Book of Psalms, he hated Jews. Well, you think Luther didn't read the New Testament? I, uh, you lost your mind? You think Calvin never read the Christian Bible? You think that Bucer, a companion of Luther, he hated Jews, despised them. Oh, if the New Testament sparks love for the Jews, why did he all these reformers call for the destruction of the Jewish people and say that God rejected the Jewish people and the covenant with the Jews has been broken and they all believe in covenant theology or replacement theology. They all did. All the reformers believe that. So whether it's the Catholic Church or the great saints of our good friends in the Eastern Orthodox Church, they all hated Jews, every one of them. Now, will you tell me none of them read the Christian Bible? They all did. They read it very well. And I want to say this. I know it's going to offend some people, but it's a tragedy. The Christian Bible contains texts that are horrific about the Jewish people. And I want to say that it's a shame because if Luther had not been a Christian, he might have been a nice guy. If Luther was somebody who was never exposed to this kind of dribble about the Jewish people, he would have been a decent guy. It's not an accident that Robert Bowers, who murdered 11 Jews in a synagogue in the worst shooting massacre of Jews in the United States, on his page, on his webpage, on his, what do they call it, Gab, whatever it's called, he quoted John 8:44. He understood. And as far as he was concerned, the Jews were the seed of the devil, they're the enemies of Christ. That's what affected him. So the Christian Bible does not produce philo-Semitism. Now, there are, as I say, millions of Christians who really, really love the Jewish people, but it's because of a different understanding of God's relationship with the children of Israel. And that's a rather young event. But if we go back to the 17th century, 16th century, go back to the Middle Ages, oh, the church had nothing good to say about the Jews. And they all believed in replacement theology. Read Augustine in City of God. Read that screed and see what Augustine, the great thinker of the church, what did he have to say about the Jews? Read it, please. Just all you do is go online. I'm sure it's there. And go in City of God. Just look up the word Jews and see what he writes about what the Jews are and what their destiny is. What are you telling me? You're saying Augustine never read the Christian Bible? So, therefore, it is a new understanding of the Jews and their relationship to God that that exploded in the United States and then went abroad that changed the way Christians think. It isn't the New Testament. It's in spite of the New Testament. And that's why we see that in all the people before John Nelson Darby, they all hated Jews, every one of them. And incidentally, if you go to Moody Bible Institute, go to their library. If you go to Dallas Theological Seminary, go to their huge library. And I choose those universities, Christian universities, because they're devout Christians. These are premillennial dispensationalist universities, because these ideas are spread. Moody, what was it named after? Not someone who was Moody. It was Moody who spread this. And you'll find in their libraries the ranting and ravings of Luther and all these anti-Semites, and they're in their libraries. if I will say this because I don't want to be misunderstood here. If someone at Dallas Theological Seminary ever expressed the things about the Jews that Luther, Bucer, Calvin said, they would be expelled from the university. Expelled, but they still study them. So the New Testament does not produce love of the Jewish people. And those who do love the Jewish people do it despite the teachings of the Christian Bible. And in fact, they have to. What do? They actually have to go back to these texts and re-understand it was only those Jews, it was only leaders. They have it's torture. It's